I'll try and keep this quick because I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time this morning. And I'm doing this quick webinar just to introduce Designflow. It's a service that is on WeQuote, provided by Keith at Designflow. And I met him at ISE this year and over in Barcelona. And we've seen synergy between the businesses, i.e. that we are, I'd say, the best in class in quoting in terms of speed and having the most of the pretty much all the UK distributors on there. And I would say he is very good at what he does, which is designing schematics, GA layouts, and anything to do with the AVIT industry. And he's got a very good specialist service. And what we got chatting at the show, and we thought, yeah, let's see if we can work together. And then I actually started using their service myself at LCR, and it went pretty well. So I've added a couple of new features onto the platform recently where you can do notes and documents. So I just want to show you a little bit about that first. It's something that I do personally myself. So when I'm going out to site and I'm doing some surveys and I'm just taking pictures, marking up notes, marking PDFs up or videos or whatever it is, when I'm doing that sort of, I class it as capturing the field. I'll load all my information, put it into Google Drive or any other cloud platform storage service you can use. But I do use Google Drive myself, and then I load that all in and then I link it all through in WeQuote. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And then something that Designflow does is they've got packages pre-built for drawings for your projects. So I'm going to show you there's 3 particular types of packs that I use, and I've built those packages into the options feature within inside the WeQuote platform. And then I'm going to show you how to create a user role so Designflow can access your account and only see that particular quote that you may have won, and you might have a Designflow package on there, and then they can then build all the drawings off the quote that you've built and then the shared notes that you've built. So let's get started straight away on that. Okay, so I've built a quote on my LCR here, and you can see I've got this Barry Peters quote, and it's got all my quotes and recently that I've been doing. So this is just for this is just a sample at the moment. So let's go straight in on here. Okay, so let's go to my options. Okay, so what I've done is I've got a technical designs, which I've put in over here as a system. I've got like a header and stuff like that just make it look nice. And then what I've done is I've added an area over here just called LCR, where I just shove all my labor types in and stuff like that. And here I've just got one for designs. And then in my toolkit here, I've picked up, I've got in my toolkit the ones that I like to use, which is this particular job is got 2 floors, and it comes with this package. So I show you this package. Instead the master, and you can sort of see what you're getting with this. You get a general arrangement and all your typical drawings and stuff like that. I'll give you a bit of an example. So these are the drawings that they do. So they look really professional, these plans. And it just saves me a load of time having to start doing drawings. I can just price it into the job, put my big margin on it, covers the cost, and then they'll do the drawings based off the accepted quote and then the site notes that I've put into the quote. So yeah, built these in. I also put a little options of packages together over here. So site pack, rack drawings, lighting control drawings, and I give them these options. I've made these tickable options so the customer can see that. I've also got here down this left-hand side, I've got my notes and my documents. So we've recently added, you can put hyperlinks in on notes, and we've also added this new little section here, which is for your documents. So when we added documents in a few weeks back, and that was on the product level, and I said to the guys, well, look, wouldn't it be great if we can just have it on the actual quote wide level? So if you've got multiple, if there's more than one of you working on a quote, or your team are working on the particular quotation, then, you know, here I can say, oh, here's the rack drawing. I can say open this in a new tab, and then there's the drawings. So these are the drawings that Designflow do, and just makes it a hell of a lot easier than having to do that myself when I've won the job. So it saves me a lot of time. And I've also, you can do it here as well. So I would build these, I would make these notes inside WeQuote, for then Keith can then see these links. So here I can say, okay, look, so here's my site notes. So I can chuck all my site notes just in one folder. I can say, open that up. And then anything I've done, any pictures, anything's marked up, it's all there. Anything outside, you know, capturing the field, I call it, or sitting down with a client and marking it all up. And then I'll show you on the proposal view. So here's my quote. I actually don't use PDFs anymore. I just use web quotes for pretty much everything I do. I've just pretty much, because everything I do now have options on it. So here, technical designs, design packs, and I've given them the option. So if they don't want it, they can remove it. If they don't want to pay for it, they just get the basic spreadsheet. And if they want nice looking fancy design documentation, then they can add it to their project. So here I can say add this, I want that. And then when that gets added in, bear with me because our internet is horrendously slow at the office, it pulls all the items through, and the customer can then see an example of that and load it up, and they know what they're getting, they know what they're gonna pay for. They get a nice professional set of drawings. So let's say this quote gets accepted. So we'll say mark as sent, close that off, and I'm going to manually just put this to accepted. Great, mark as accepted. So this quote's won now. So I want to invite Designflow to this to the platform. Basically, I want to invite him to my account, but I only want him to be able to see this particular quote, or any of the quotes that I want to make, so all users can see. So I'm going to go over to the quote summary, and you'll see this little button here which says make this quote visible to all users. You're going to want to make sure that is ticked first. So that's ticked. Then I'm going to go to my users. Oh yeah, we've done Stripe integration, so that's coming soon, by the way. So I'll do another little webinar for that one, probably next week. I'll show you how to use Stripe. And let's go to users. So I've got my WeQuote training here. So I've got this user, and I've created a new role for it. So I've assigned this Designflow role. So when I look at this role, I edit it. All I want to be able to let him do is you can manage some products, just in case we need to change something, but don't want billing selected, manage company profile, don't want any of this selected. Just I've just so manage products is only available to Designflow. So create that role, and then you can invite a user or an organization to the platform from here. Select the role that they will be under, put his email in, and then click send. then this particular role here, so it's under my WeQuote training. Now, if you look now, that I can only see these quotes that I've made available to all users, or for that particular type of user. So you can see this is accepted. You can also see the notes, everything there. And then he can also then do all the drawings, and he can attach these inside these notes and put them up for review or for revisions. One thing to be mindful of is with the packages, you only get one revision, which caught me out. So yeah, just try to make sure you get all your revisions done, and it's not just fill your boots. It's yeah, just make sure that you try and iron out all the changes and get your draft set of drawings done, and make sure you sit down with the client, make sure it's done properly, and then get your version 1 out there, and then any tweaks just hold off and then add it to that one revision, because otherwise you'll end up paying more. Just a quick fly through some of these packages as well. The ones that I'm actually using, there's lots of different packages. This is, so I'm using the site pack, which is level, it goes off floor levels. So you see this one here, so that's like a full GA arrangement pack, and you can see the buy cost and then the sell price, what I sell it out at. But yeah, I'm not plugging the pro. I'm not getting paid to do this. This is just me just saying I'm using this service myself. I think it's great. WeQuote, we don't do designs. We're not a drawings package. We're a quoting system, and we're never going to start doing drawings. And I think that's why I see the synergy between us and Designflow, which I think can help you speed up your design process. Less I want to do the quoting side of things and project management side of things, and at WeQuote we're going to concentrate on the stuff that you don't get paid for, i.e. quoting, some nice features in project management, some really nice features coming with like change orders and stuff like that, and anything that's to do with the customer moving the goalposts, shall we say, on site, change orders and yeah, mission creep, all those kinds of things. So yeah, and then what else we're going to go? 5. Okay, so I think that is it. So if no questions, I'll wrap it up. Thanks for your time this morning. Hopefully I did this as quick as I can. I didn't waffle on too much. And if you do need to message me, just message me direct on WhatsApp after this video, and I'll get back to you straight away. Thanks for your time this morning. Cheers, guys.